Hello. Is an audible to you? Okay, fine. Uh, Welcome you all for the big data analytics subject. Okay, so I think if you remember in the first class, we have studied about the basics of Hadoop distributed file. So I think one has to mute. Suhas, kindly mute the audio. Suhas, kindly mute the audio, Suhas. Okay, Suhas, kindly mute the audio. Suhas, we kindly mute the audio.
कहाँ
Suhas, we kindly mute the audio. Okay, guys. One audio to muted.
जा पापा ना जा
One
उनके
audio
भी
to be
पापा है कहते
muted.
जा कहीं डाउनलोड करी था रहा वो
Suhas, we kindly mute the audio. We need to start the session. Who else has not muted the audio? Kindly mute it. Sahib, kindly mute the audio. Okay, let's start instead of wasting the time. So, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. So, I was discussing with respect to that of Hadoop distributed file system. Still, many of you have not muted the audio. Kindly mute it. I think Mohammed Zaid, you need to mute the audio. Okay, can you guys hear me? Okay, can you guys hear me? Fine. Fine. Audio setting. I will try to increase the volume. Okay. Max. So let us start instead of wasting. I think who has joined, kindly mute your audios. Rukhsar Arif. Okay. So I can't wait more. So Hadoop distributed file system, as we are discussing, Hadoop distributed file systems. If you can see, the main agenda of the Hadoop distributed file system is it helps to maintain the distributed storage over a network. Okay, you people know, basically nowadays we are going to more concentrate towards the distributed storage. So for such kind of the storage, Hadoop is going to help a lot. Hadoop will help to store the distributed storage network. Okay, so this is the main agenda behind the SDFS. So when we go to the components, I think already in the previous classes we have discussed basics of the SDFS. Okay, so if today if you are going to study about the basically about the name node and data. So what is this name node? What is this name node? Okay, there are two kinds of nodes. Basically, there are three kinds of the nodes. Okay, one is name node, one more is a data node, and one more is a secondary node. but the certificate of the node is called as,
Eh, nako music.
which is going to act like a master, and we are going to have a node which is going to act like a slave. What is this a name node? What is the work of the name node? Name node is basically used to store the metadata. Name node is basically
ಮಾಡ್ದೆ
used to
ಮಾಡ್ದೆ
store the metadata. When I say
ಹಲೋ
metadata, what is a metadata?
ಮಾಡ್ದೆ ಹೆಂಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ
What is the purpose of storing a metadata?
ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ
Metadata is nothing but things. Still, some guys are facing the problem with the audio. Okay, let me check out what I can do best. Okay. Okay. So name node. The purpose of the name node is nothing but it is used to hold metadata. What is the meaning of a metadata? An abstract data is nothing but called as a metadata. Means basically we are storing a data, so we need to hold the information about the data. When we are telling that we need to hold the information about the data, it may be like the file size, okay, the size of the file, the name of the file, the location of the file where the file is stored, okay, where the input of the file is taking. This all the things is nothing but an abstract information, and it is nothing but called as a metadata. Okay, and such kind of the data is going to be stored by the name node. When we come towards the data node is nothing but it is going to act like a slave node. What is the purpose of a slave node? Slave node is used to hear what the data name node says, means what the master node says. Okay, so that is the work of the data node. Then what actually the data node is holding? The data node is going to hold the actual information. As the name node is going to hold the abstract information, in the same way, the data node is going to hold the actual information. Then that is a main agenda behind the name node and a data node. Name node is the one who is going to allocate the information to the data node in the terms of a blocks. That is very, very important. So I can show you here. Okay, so if I take each and every data is going to be divided into blocks. If this is a one block, okay, that is a full data, then it is going to be divided in terms of a blocks. You can see it is going to be divided in terms of a blocks. Okay, so if I take this is one block, people can see this. Okay, so like this, a breaking of the data is going to be take place in terms of a blocks. Okay, so like this, people can see this is block one, for example. Again, if I divide, it is going to become a block two. Okay, again, if I divide, it is going to become a block three. Now I can name the blocks. Okay, I can name the blocks, like for example, block one, block two, block three, block four. Then the name node is the one who is going to decide. Suppose this is data node one, and okay, this is a data node two. Okay, like this, every node, name node may consist of n number of the data nodes, n number of the data nodes. Okay, so for example, I have taken only three data nodes. Okay, I have taken only three data nodes. So now, like this, it may consist of n number of the data nodes. Now, the name node is going to decide, okay, which block, like I have series of blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks are there. So the name node is going to decide which block should go to which data node. For example, it is sending the data node 1 a block node of 2. Okay, similarly, it is for data node 2, it may be sending a block of 1. Okay, block of 1. Like this, it's keep on circulating the blocks to the data node. That is the work of the name node, which is nothing but called as master node. Okay, so then on what criteria actually the name node is going to send the information to the data node? It's a very good question to be asked. Okay, what's the criteria that it is going to send the name node blocks of information from the name node to the data node? Obviously, whatever the input comes, okay guys, the input is going to come. Okay, let me show you shapes. This is the input. Okay, input obviously comes to the name node. From the name node, the input is going to be supplied to the data node. That is an actual information to be stored. It is going to hold only, it is going to hold only abstract information, and it is going to send this actual data to the data node. Okay, so on what criteria it is going to send? Basically, This is going to be decided based on the size. Okay. What is the size? Then basically a standard size is nothing but 64 MB. Okay. Each block is going to be divided into 64 MBs, and then it is going to send towards the data nodes. This is the basic criteria. Then coming back, then a name node is a master node. It is going to have maximum writes. So what it is going to do, name node? Name node is having full criteria to inform data node that which blocks to be created. For example, now the number of blocks got more. Okay, the capacity of the data node one completed means it cannot store more data. Okay, so now what it should do? Again, the name node is going to insist. Name node is going to insist the data node that it can delete whichever the data which is not needed. Okay, means it is going to tell, suppose now you can delete data block 2 which is not needed, so it is going to be deleted. And again it can inform, you can delete block 1 which is not more needed, it will be deleted. And always name node is going to suggest the data node to keep the replica of the data. Okay, replica means, basically nowadays in the cloud we are going to have the replication of the data. Okay, that we are going to see in the upcoming context. So this is a very very important thing which I would like to tell you guys. That is nothing but what is a name node and what is a data node. Okay, name node is going to hold the meta information, data node is going to hold the actual information. Name node is going to act like a master, and data node is going to act like a slave. So you people remember I told you in the last class that whenever the client wants to send to the information, it is not going to directly communicate to the data node. It is going to communicate through the name node. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to our one more PPT. Yeah. Okay. So this already we have completed. Let us start from here. Okay. Yeah. SDFS components. I've just discussed about the name node and data node. Okay. So let us start with the SDFS components where we are going to have one more node that is nothing but called as secondary name node. Okay. So people can see in the upcoming diagram, see we are having a name node, we are having a data node, and we are having a secondary name node. With this, we are having a client. Keep it in your mind one thing, the client is never going to interact directly with the data node or any other node. It is going to directly interact with the name node. So before going to that, you should understand that the purpose of the secondary node is to perform periodic checkpoints. Means what is the meaning of a periodic checkpoints? It keep on sending the information to the name node. Means any changes in the behavior of the name node is going to be recorded by means of a secondary node. That is the work of the secondary node. Okay. So what it will do means it is going to send the information to the name node to check any changes is there, and which is nothing but called as FS image. Okay, it's keep on sending a message called as FS image, which is going to keep track about the changes in the name node, and any edit has happened into the name node, then it is going to send FG image. Okay, so that we are going to study in detail here. Okay, and the purpose of the secondary name node is nothing but it should be periodically downloading FG image. As I told you, there are two kinds of the image. One is FS image, and one more is a FG image. Okay, so what is the purpose of FG image? What's the purpose of FG image? It will edit